Hey there, Dave Gerrish here. Just a quick video on how we can often overcomplicate things or make things more complex than they actually really are, or in fact they need to be. And the reason this came up is because I'm in my third challenge now of a fitness group. So I've been trying to lose a bit of fat, which I've done. I did that in the first challenge, and now I was on a maintenance for the sort of second challenge, and now third, I'm trying to sort of build a bit more muscle and get a bit more fitness. And if you saw my post the other day, I did a 5K run and haven't done one for a while, but beat last year's time, so that's good. But I'm in one of these, like a coaching group regarding these fitness challenges. And it sort of just reminds me how sometimes we can avoid and distract ourselves from the basic principles. So what do I mean by that is, well, what I mean is if you want to lose fat or lose weight, we all know logically and what we need to do. We need to maybe move more, eat less, eat more healthy, drink more water, get more sleep, all those sort of things, whatever things we've all heard of that will benefit us, in health and to lose weight, lose fat, that sort of stuff. Now you can go into the depths of things like, going into calorie deficit and stuff like that, and different sort of tricks and techniques to help you lose weight, lose fat. But ultimately, we know how to reduce our weight, don't we? We know how to lose fat. We know that to simplify things, if we increase the calories that we're expending and reduce the calories that we're taking on board, then there's going to be an imbalance, and therefore we will reduce our fat. Our body will start burning that fat, or we'll take some of that weight off. Now, I know that's simplifying things because, there's multi-billion dollar industries around fat loss and health, of course. But it's just, isn't it fascinating that we know the solution to the problem, but we can't always do it. Now, I know everyone's different, but the core basic principles do stand, and most people would agree with those principles. Eat less, eat more healthy, do more exercise, get more sleep, get more hydration, all that sort of stuff. So why don't we apply the same thing to our professional lives and careers? When we're looking for our next contracts, for example, we know we've got to have a decent CV, regardless of what you think about CVs. You might think your CV is okay. You might not know some of this stuff. Like, you might not realise that recruiters will look at your LinkedIn profile. Now, I've heard direct from recruiters that they will. They'll just, why wouldn't they? They're just going to look straight at your LinkedIn profile. If you message them, or if you've got it on your CV, maybe they'll check you out. How does this person look online? How are they selling themselves online? And of course, they'll look at your CV. If you're lucky enough to get put forward for the role, then of course it comes down to confidence and interview technique, whether that's on the phone or face-to-face. I'm going to be doing a webinar. I'm just writing my notes up about delivering an interview webinar based on my PATTER system. That's PATTER, which is fantastic. Loads of good content in there about interviews, how to prepare for them, how to succeed at interviews. But lots of those things, we know we need to be more confident. We know we need to be able to sell ourselves. And of course, sometimes you don't know how to do that. But that's why I joined my coaching group and got like an online personal trainer, because for years, I've thought, I eat pretty well, love my food, but I like a balanced diet. I'm never going to just sit and eat broccoli and rice and chicken and things like that, which I know I would get leaner if I just stuck to those principles. But I don't want that. I want to enjoy life as well. But I always thought, I could just do it myself. And the realization for me was that I'm not getting the results as fast as I want. Therefore, something in me just switched, probably because I tell you guys to, invest in my CV review services, LinkedIn review services, all that sort of stuff, is why don't I just bite the bullet and put my money where my mouth is? So I basically signed up, for 3 months, joined the group, got coaching from proper, PTs, proper personal trainers, got a calorie sort of amount to try and hit, and looked at my nutrition, started counting my calories, basically employed a new technique. Now I knew of this technique, I knew logically you could do that. I just kept coming up with all these excuses like, I don't want to do that, I shouldn't have to do that, I don't need to do that. And whilst I didn't need to do any of that stuff to lose fat or lose weight, has it produced the results I wanted? Yes, it has. So it's just, it blows my mind sometimes. We know how to do all this stuff, yet we put excuses in the way. But when I just finally just bit the bullet and said, yes, I'm going to take professional help, pay, that's a crucial thing. It wasn't just I've looked at free apps and, free courses before in various areas, not just health and fitness or work related. And if you actually get off your arse and do those free things or take on board that free advice, then great. But half the time you just don't bother because it's free. Because I was paying for this app and paying for the coaches as part of this PT group, I paid attention. And I took on board what the coaches said. I took advice on how many calories to try and hit, how to count my calories, what to do with, regarding sleep and hydration, and all that stuff. Took detailed instructions on what programs to hit in the gym. Again, I've been to the gym for years, so I know sort of, what to do in the gym. But again, maybe habits start creeping in and you say, oh, I'll avoid that exercise because I don't like that. I don't like doing those sort of exercises. I'll do these ones instead. So of course, when you get told what to do and you get advice that you're paying for, generally I find you just take that advice. And what I did was I just did what they told me to do. So if they told me to do these 9 exercises, I would do those 9 exercises. And I would just trust the process, trust the coaches, trust the professionals. So my advice is just look in life where you're doing something similar, whether it's health and fitness and vitality, or whether it's, for work, looking for roles, and look to see whether you do need help with your CV, with your LinkedIn, with your confidence, with your interview technique. It doesn't have to be with me, but you want to find someone you know, like and trust, which is what I did with the PT side of things, the personal training, was, I sort of found all these different mentors available, but basically I invested with the one that I knew, like and trusted the most, and gave it a try and thought, well, if it doesn't work, it's only 150 quid for 3 months access that I've paid out. But I got the results. I got the results I wanted. So that's why I've signed up again for them for another session, another 3-month challenge. And so I invite you, if you're struggling to get work, look to see how you can improve your CV, your LinkedIn, your interview technique, your confidence, all those things, whether it's with me or with someone else. But find someone you know, like and trust. And at the end of the day, you've just got to go for it. You've just got to try someone out. And if you get the results, brilliant. If you don't get the results, move on, maybe find someone else or employ a different technique. Anyway, hope that's useful. All the best. Speak soon. Cheers. Bye.